All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Howard Kakradash. Double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. Just putting it out there because I got permission to. This brother you see here, he goes by the name of Kadash, if he's stuck with that name. His channel title is GMS Israelites Covenant Oil. And I caught wind of this because one of the brothers in the camp had sent this to me and said, oh, he's a part of GMS now. So as I listened to the video, and because of our history with this brother, I asked him on the comment board, who exactly was it that gave him this permission to put GMS on his title? And he has chosen not to say. Now, without going into too much details, over here in St. Louis, Missouri, this brother had caught wind that there was a camp in our area. He came down for, this was maybe like a year ago, a year or two ago, not sure, or a little bit over a year ago. He came down for a few months. He asked about joining. I told him that there's an order out, no new members, but I said, just keep coming down faithfully. We'll see how the spirit works out. And long story short, we gave him his walking papers because he called himself being disrespectful to me. And his actions actually offended the whole camp because he told me, to my face in the midst of the other brothers, he said, I look at you as a peer. I don't look at you as someone that's over me. So I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. And, I let him know that there's an order established and that I am the head of the camp, as well as the other brothers in the camp. They let him know as well. And I even read 1 Timothy chapter 6, which I will read again. And I said, that's the order. And, his response was, well, my elders are the apostles, the elders of the Great Millstone. He even mentioned Chicago. He said, you can't go to Chicago and say what you want to say to them, right? I said, look, Chicago's over me. I report to Chicago. And, I let it be known that the way things work isn't just me making this stuff up. This is the order from on top. And, he made it known that that's just how he feels. So we gave him his walk papers. I said, well, look, please don't come back. And it's like I said, he offended the camp with that. So then we find out this in this video, he states that he speaks to some person, some top guy in Israel in GMS, and asked him about joining. And he said that the response he got wasn't a direct, like, yes, go ahead, put this GMS in your title. But he perceived it as that. So that's why he went ahead and said, well, we're going to put GMS on our title. And I believe it's in Springfield, Illinois. And this is where, I reach out. As you can see, I said, who was the one that gave you the okay to place GMS on your name? And he does not give me any details. He said the top man asked him. Because in our history, I told him to his face, you're presumptuous and you're prideful. And he said out of his own mouth, he doesn't see it that way. But prior to even making this video, first thing I did was I checked with the heads of Great Millstone. I asked, did any brother talk to this man? Because maybe, for all I know, probably did. Probably talked to Chicago or whatnot. No brothers recognized. I told them the story. This stuff happens all the time, so they're familiar with it. We already know the procedure. I know the procedure. I was then told to first reach out to Chicago because that's the head of our region in the Midwest, to see if any of those brothers talked to them. So I talked to the elder Uriah. He told me to wait and he's going to check it out, see if any brothers talk to him. Then I got the permission from him to go ahead and do the lesson because he verified that no one has talked to this brother here. So as it stands, this man is not a part of Great Millstone. He basically states that because of the response that he got from this top guy who he will choose not to disclose. He also will not disclose what was said between this person, that it was the okay for him to go ahead and put that on his name. Okay. This is just another example of being presumptuous, and this is out of order. The scriptures talk about guys who are unruly, and guys who are unruly simply do not like order, do not like rule. And that's basically why we gave him his walking papers. Like, you have no respect over order. Okay. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6. It says, let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor, that the name of Yahweh and his doctrine be not blasphemed. Now, you listen to him, he'll say, oh, yeah, I'm all for the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. But what you don't understand is that there is order in Great Millstone. Whether you like it or not, there are men that's over you. You have to report to a camp in your region. You in Springfield, Illinois. With you being in this area, you either have to report to Chicago, being the main camp head in the region, or GMS Kansas City, or GMS Jefferson City, because both of those camps, all of those camps are over us. So you would have to, and I let them know in the comments, you first would have to be established by one of those brothers in the camp first before you can go off and do your own thing. You just can't be this isolated camp and report straight to the heads. That's not how this works. And I'm telling you this, whether you're going to accept it or not, or believe it or not, but this is the order. And as you can see, Elder Uriah also came on the comment board to inquire, because this guy is being self-willed. We see it all the time. We're just letting you know this man is not, as it stands, he is not a part of Great Millstone. If he take it upon himself to put GMS on his title, we can't help that. I'm just letting it be known. This is 2 Peter chapter 2. It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Notice presumptuous and being self-willed and unruly, all one thing have in common with the scriptures is that they despise government. They despise rulership, ownership, not ownership. They despise they despise government, the body, right? And I believe even Yahweh Shah said, where is it? Okay. It's Luke 6:46. He says, and why call me Lord, Lord, and do not things which I say? Because you can amount of praises and glory you give to the apostles, elders, and double honors, just like Yahweh Shah. He said, why y'all calling me Lord, Lord, and you ain't gonna do what I say? So on a man sense, right? You give double honors to the apostles and elders, but you don't do what they say. They have an order established. This is not me making up my own thing. Like I said, just to get permission to do this video, I first reached out to the camp heads, got permission. They told me first to reach out to Chicago, which is over our camp head. I reached out to Chicago. They first then told me to wait as they inquire, and then they check back with me. That's how the order works. And what was the case was, if you happen to have gotten the okay from one of those men in those regions, I would then reach out to one of those men in those regions, let them know the encounter we had, because you certainly are leaving out those details in your video, how that you was dealing with the GMS camp at one point, our camp, but then you got told not to come back. You got your walking papers. You left that part out. You see, that's why, Jake wants to come up some other way, just like Yahweh Shah said. You got some that's trying to get salvation some other way, come up another way, trying to go around Yahweh Shah and go like either straight to the Father. So you got Jakes that's trying to do that now, trying to go around the order and basically say, look, I'm going straight to the apostles and elders. That's not how it works. Okay. This is the order. And prior to you getting that confirmation, like I said, you would have to report to one of the camp head regions, whether it be Chicago, Kansas City, or Jeff City. And you'd have to get the okay first. But first, you have to be okay with us, because not only me, you offended the whole camp with your actions. So that's the proper order. And the scriptures talk about being self-willed. And I'm not going to go into details as of what happened. I explained already to the camp heads. So this guy here, GMS Israelites Covenant Oil, is not a part of Great Millstone as it stands. With that, I hope it was edifying. I say shalom.